I'ma need all the fries you can give me, all the hot sauce, all the pie you can give me. Better be all in nothing, don't have me in the middle. You better be all you can, yeah, in the limit. Yeah, super fly for the dumbos, plenty slides like a shuffle. Hit the cadence on my young Isaac Hayes, Billy Ocean, about the old with the cane stick. Let my slippers at the function. It's hard to run the Gucci slides. That bet you say you didn't never. I'm a step no. Jackie Chan, no travel. Can't clean it with the beat. Dripping from the. No, not me. I can never be the one you want to stuff for. Money, that machine. The Ferragamo store. R.I.P. the times that I was broke. Acting like a 9/11 folks. Matte back, liquor clean. Dead presents in and I'm a local. Cooking up canard. Waiting for the antidote. Running out of time. Pictures thinner than a penny hoe.
Rub your empty pockets. I don't do that. You might press me. You do what I tell you. Get over here. He's gonna get this.
One in the hand, one in the bag, bubbling. One in the hand, one in the bag, bubbling. Look at the cash, bubbling. Look at the cash, bubbling. One in the hand, one in the hand, one in the hand, one in the bag, bubbling. Look at the cash, bubbling. Look at the cash, bubbling.
Somebody call for the queen.
I never get anybody, but I got something to do with that. I got the streets on my back, carry it like I'm moving the. I told him the hunter, like he trying to move it up. It was like 11 in the morning, skipping school, that's a truancy about it. I made me some rest in the morning, I had me up by the morning, I had me some breaks by the morning, I had a sis by the morning, I got on a meat on the morning, the rats keep me up on the podium, I had a in my shoulder, you got a picture me, you got the picture me, Pacific ice on my ocean, ready for war like I'm Russia, ladies should never the luggage, my diamonds they tussling, my neck and my belly on, they call it for me and they, you want me like me and I look, yeah, her Rex on her, yeah, B-Rex better calm down, yeah, if you go around, come around, yeah, whole squad, yeah, squad goes on me, yeah, make some orange gel on my toes, yeah, Farrakhan glass for the chosen, yeah, you can go and get mad, jumping in the bed with 2 dark teeth, man, who's you, my shawty pulling up with a real bad, you too, dripping my swag, something to do with that. I got the streets on my back, carry it like I'm moving the. I told him the hunter, like he trying to move it up. It was like 11 in the morning, skipping school, that's a truancy about it. I made me some rest in the morning, I had me up by the morning, I had me some breaks by the morning.
Thank you, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Oakland, California. Today we continue on in Wild Card Weekend with a great AFC matchup between the New England Patriots and the Oakland Raiders. The battle for the Lamar Hunt Trophy begins as we're underway in this AFC wildcard game. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. And on the ground they go with the running back. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Jesse Bates made the tackle from his safety spot.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
To throw on second down. Brown. A battle for it here, and this will be caught. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one goes for 24 yards. So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Back to throw. Brown. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Brown now. Going to throw again. Throw left side complete. It's Sims. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down. Here's Brown. From the gun, he'll throw. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
To punt it away on 4th down, here's Drew Kaiser. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
They're going to look to throw. Thomas has got it. Complete. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 17 yards there for the Patriots as they've got themselves a 1st down.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage afterwards.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. And we're only in the 1st quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And what's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial point of contact, and he'll go deep.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. 9 yards on the pickup there as they'll be left with 3rd and 1. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Trying a little razzle-dazzle on 3rd and short. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. A good pickup there at 22. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll set up to throw. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there. Back to throw here. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 5 yards on the screen, but that'll take us to 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high-percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the 1st down. In this case, it didn't happen.
So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays. Yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
And now Oakland ready to take the field. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win 1st down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on 1st down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating 1st downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage. I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Now they try the right side here. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
Flex round! Flex round! Flex round! Flex round!
Now Brown to throw on 3rd down. And he will find his man on the end route, complete. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. Here's Drew Kaiser now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. The Patriots offense now. They work their way back onto the field. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a 1st down, too. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney!
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1. Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, it's the Patriots in possession to begin quarter number 2. They've got it 2nd and 10 to start things out. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. And they'll go with a ground attack here. Room to run past midfield. And finally taken down at the 44-yard line. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Back to throw. And, oh, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
That was a terrific catch. I mean, to go up there and get it one-handed like that, but I almost want to go into that riff about back in my day, the gloves weren't quite like this.
When did gloves really become prevalent, just in general?
I think in the 80s. I think as we started to move through the 80s, especially as we got towards the latter part of that. But a lot of those were really like baseball batting gloves to begin with not much of a tacky area on the glove. In fact, there was none. I actually remember in cold weather games wearing the old scuba gloves, which you'd wear in diving, but they would split too easily in the course of a game. Then the glove manufacturers got smart and started adding to it, and here we are today.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6. Now back to throw. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. It'll be a gain of 4, and that's going to make it 4th down. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good, and that will add 3 more to their lead. It pushes it up to 6. So scores on their first 2 possessions, but 6-0, so field goals probably not what they were hoping for.
Man, you're exactly right about that. Not what they were hoping for, but they should be happy that they have points on the board. It almost feels like that old slow and steady wins the race, doesn't it? In this case, though, they want to be slow and steady now, but get explosive later and put the points up on the board.
So out come the Raiders. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum? Now, that was an excellent run, and when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job, and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Not much happening there on 1st down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Brown to throw on 2nd down. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12.
Ohio! 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 Check 3! Flex round! Flex round!
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Brown. Well, this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Flex round! Flex round!
Looking to throw. Brown. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there, Bank at the 39-yard line. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Well, that's something of a pick-me-up, and the offense certainly has struggled, but they do get the field goal before half to put 3 on the board.
Yeah, you don't want to be shut out, but let's face it, those 3 points, that's not going to solve all their problems either.
They juked him. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Second and 10 now from the 27. They'll run it now out of the gun. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. 1:59 to go in the first half. Back with more AFC playoff action after this timeout. They'll set up a throw. Going to throw right side here, complete. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
Well, we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the #1 receiver double covered, but how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a first down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
On the ground, this is Williams. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney!
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
They'll look to throw here. Got a man. It's complete. Williams. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
Gun! 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 Gun!
They'll look to throw here on first down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 29. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10.
Ohio! Ohio! Flex round! Flex round!
Back to throw. Brown. Flushed out right. Now he'll let it go deep. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down.
Ohio! 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 Ohio!
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Flush to his right, and he fires one incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Flex round! Flex round! Ohio! Ohio!
Brown now, throwing again. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since.
Flex round! Flex round!
Here's Brown, operating from the gun. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Now Brown from the gun, he'll throw. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
A terrible spot for a holding call as he'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal.
Ohio! Ohio! Flex round! Flex round! Flex round! Flex round!
Now whistles blow, and the Patriots are going to take another timeout as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break.
Ohio! Ohio!
Operating from the gun, Brown. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter. Still a ways from the end zone as they come up now on 2nd and goal. From the gun, Brown eluding the pressure right. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. As the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. The Raiders on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and goal. Looking to throw. Brown. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now, since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And that will knock things up here late in the first half. Well, maybe a nice psychological boost there just to get back to even with that field goal as we head towards half.
Coaching 101 always says at halftime, play it like it's 0-0 on the scoreboard. Well, in this case, it's level, right? Same score each side. Just start over. Now you get the second half to play.
Final 12 seconds of the half now as they've got it 1st and 10.
Now let's go! Green, 39!
And they'll go on the ground. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down. So, and now due to apparent time constraints, We fast forward to the beginning of the second half. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. And the Patriots gearing up to go now. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
And they'll run it here. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Patriot first down.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
Now a play fake here on first down. Looking long for Thomas. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at second down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. On second down, Williams. And bulldozing his way through. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Patriot first down. From the 32 now, here's first and 10.
Watch him now, Barney, Barney. Hurry up, hurry up.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17. And on the ground they go with a running back. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards on the pickup, and they'll be facing a 3rd and 12.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
New England on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12.
Watch him now, Barney, Barney.
Looking to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. So that one is his 3rd of the game. Now, if you're wondering, that's only halfway to his career high, as he once had 6 field goals.
Brandon, 6? Let's hope we don't get that again, please. Can we see a few touchdowns here and there?
That'd be nice. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. So here comes the Raiders offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Brown looking to throw on 2nd down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. A great effort there. A 10-yard touchdown run. And the Raiders are able to cash in for 6. Extra point right down the middle. And that will make this a 4-point game. The punter Kaiser now out to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line. Now the Patriot offense set to take over again. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. That had disaster written all over. You've got a right-handed quarterback rolling left and throwing it pretty far downfield.
It's really difficult to do, to try and get your body twisted around into the proper position and get anything on the ball as you heave it downfield. And that's what it actually turns into, a heave. And that's not really a good throw, is it?
Not good, and we saw the result. Brown now on 1st and 10. And a quick throw here, that's complete. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. And they'll go with a ground attack here. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Well, partner, I guess sometimes it's just a matter of philosophy. Some say run it until they absolutely stop you, and others say, well, when you think they're about to stop you, fool them a little bit. I guess they should have tried to fool them on that play.
Flex round! Ohio! 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 Ohio!
Here's Brown to throw on 2nd down. Smith catches left side. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Back to throw. Brown. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that can be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
Now Brown throwing on third and long. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that one incomplete. They tried to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this third quarter of play. Here's Drew Kaiser now, standing just outside his own goal line. This first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. It's taken to the 26. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Patriots take over. So the Patriots coming out now. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback you got a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Watch him now, Barney.
Try to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Open receiver, that's David Njoku. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. This quarterback now, 5 straight completions here in this second half, 1st and 10.
All right, here we go. Boom, landed. Boom.
They'll look to throw. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Out left to Shaheen. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
New England on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. On play action, they'll throw. And he finds a man. It's Martin. And he's going to get this inside the 30. The Patriot passing game is rolling. They've got another 1st down. So on that play, defense was in the zone. They ran a crossing route offensively, but the defense there, you got to be good with communication, don't you?
You certainly do, and it's not something that is really evident when you watch it on the screen. But everyone's talking, communicating, pointing, and it keeps you from chasing receivers because you have a specific zone you have to cover. When a receiver's in your zone and he crosses to another one, you got to let your guy know. They got a completion.
And this is going to be intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. Quick throw, that's complete on the inside slant. Trying to escape the shadow of their goalpost. That helped. 10 yards, first down.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, fourth quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say, don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching Atlanta, our apologies. This quarterback now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. First and 10. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. A tight game like this, such a tough spot for the offense to be in. Even though they have the lead, Charles, back up so close to their goal line, they got to protect the football.
And that's when you have to take care of your team with play calling as well. Not a lot of misdirection, not a lot of counters, not a lot of plays where you have extra ball handling. Get it right to the hands of your running back, tell him to take care of the ball, and try and move forward.
They'll run it now out of the guns. And he goes across the 20 to the 22. Tackled that time by Sidney Jones.
And this is an absolutely big third down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big third down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. From the gun on third down. Brown throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. A pickup of 24 on the third down conversion. Well, probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this fourth quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's first and 10 up at the 46. They'll run it now out of the gun. Pushing forward for 3 up to the 48. Now we're going to get a timeout here called by the Patriots. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? And the movement there coming from the middle of the line.
And you understand he wants to get off the ball quickly, but the ball's right in front of him. He has to watch it move first.
Second and 2 now. The penalty leaves him in pretty good shape. Now they'll run it on the toss. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Now whistles blow, and the Patriots are going to take another timeout. That's going to be their second. They'll be left with 1 more plus the 2-minute warning, and we'll be back. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. And now here comes the third of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And they'll go on the ground. And he'll be taken down at the 34. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach, he's in big trouble.
Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. And they'll run it here. And he'll They'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done. Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball. The Raiders on third down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 4. Now a handoff looking right. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th. Yeah, that was a safety that came through and made the play. But there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker, and we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we? And that time we do indeed. A big hit for a loss. Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. On the right hash, officially this will be a 51-yard attempt. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that'll make this a 7-point game. From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a 1-score game. Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game. The Patriot offense now set to come back out onto the field. 1-possession game, time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation? Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat-and-mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring, and how much pressure can the offense handle? We're going to find out. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Back to throw. And he can't corral it. That would have wrapped it up if he'd been able to hold on. Instead, it brings up 3rd down. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish. Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down. You have no timeouts remaining. You absolutely have to get out of bounds. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And as a result, their playoff run may end right here. They go down to a knee, and that will do it. They are moving on here in the playoffs.